Please remember to go at your own personal best level of intensity. There is no competition, and we want you to feel good at the end of your exercises.
Welcome to Water Art Fitness International. I'm Julie Twynham, and it is a great day in the pool. I've got my home pool. You can use any pool that you like in a condominium, in a school, in your backyard, or of course a public or private club pool. We're going to do a total body workout, and we've got some mitts today, we've got our gym kit, and I'm just going to show you a few fun exercises to keep you moving and keep you well. Alrighty. So mitts add balance, posture, and stability. So you just pretend you're dusting a tabletop. I always, as soon as I get in the water, I start marching, but there's many different moves and better moves. And I really like pumping and marching or bringing the knees up and the elbows back. Keep the tummy in tight and think about your breathing and your posture. Notice I don't have to jog and jump. And especially if I want to work more core and abdominals, I actually go down more into the water. And a lot of people don't utilize that working position or property of the pool. If I stay under the water, I've got to anchor with my core and abdominals. So think about your breathing and stay with the tummy tucked tight under the water, but still breathe. Okay. Roll out the elbows, and if you can, add a little kick, sit down and back, blow out through the mouth, and that'll get you nice and warm. And if you can stretch one arm front and stretch one arm back, you'll get a nice stretch not only in the shoulders and the neck, but behind the knees and the buttocks. And flexing the foot, the calf. So there's a lot going on there. Great. Let's now work on the hip stretching. Let's start with the hands in a prayer position. Take it side to side. We call this a figure of 8 or an elephant trunk, and kick back. Great. This will warm up through the hips and the front thighs. Excellent. Okay, this time bend one knee to one side, reach to the other, and start into what's called a rock side to side. And if you can stretch a little bit more with your leg and your arms, please do. If you want to take it a little easier, then do what feels good. Great. Notice I'm going down in the water, down in the water, down in the water. Great. Next exercise is what we call a ski. So start on 2 feet, take one leg back, step together. Take one leg back, step together. Back and together. Very good. Think about your breathing. And we're going to just slide the feet back and forth. And you can really get the hips and the ankles moving if you just slide and then lift the toe in the front. Excellent. 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 Great. Okay, we're good and warm. So I'm going to take off the mitts, but of course you can keep them on. One of the best parts about the noodle is it helps you to stay off the bottom of the pool. So we can do high intensity without impact. We can do a little bicycling. And this is called a recumbent bicycle. If you want to work a little harder, then you go on your noodle bike and you get going on your noodle bike. You can cycle for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If your hamstrings start to get a little tight, then backpedal and go the other way, which is a little more coordination. But again, it's great cardio. And if that's too hard to coordinate, just do some ankle touches. So again, you can do high intensity without any wear and tear on the joints when the feet are off the bottom. The other added benefit is you're going to work your abdominals more, and everybody always wants to work their core and abdominals more. Great. Okay, you can even go back to that ski and ski. Wow, one leg in front, one leg back. One leg in front, one leg back. So ski, ski, ski. And this requires a lot of balance. Great to stay on the noodle. Again, if that's too hard, hug the noodle and ski. And if you want to make it a little harder on your upper body, you can take the noodle behind the back and ski with the noodle. Wow, that's quite a bit harder on the upper body. So use the noodle as poles and ski. Great. The next piece of equipment you get in your kit is flex paddles. And these can be open or closed. And they've got 5 little increments of intensity. I'm going to start with them open. And what we're going to do to just warm up our hands and fingers is just turn them under the water. Great exercise for the grip strength. Keep the legs moving. But these will yield more upper body strengthening. So let's move into an upper body strength exercise. I always say I'm going to start the lawnmower or the leaf blower and pull back. I'm going to slice forward and pull back. Reach forward. So we're reaching in the water, pulling back. Reach, and ideally the more under the water you are, the more you have to pull the water. And you also work more protection of the shoulders. Again, the other side. And if you like, you can try both arms. Pull and relax. Pull and relax. Excellent exercise. So you're strengthening the upper back. And again, if it's too hard to coordinate, stand in one spot. A little more work, add what's called a rock, forward and backward. Great, and just turn them around. The next piece of equipment is dumbbells. And if you do have shoulder problems, be very careful to keep them under the water. So submerge to protect your shoulders. And we're actually going to try a side-to-side pendulum. Side-to-side pendulum. Very good. And we hold the dumbbells there and legs come in to one side, sideline crunch, other sideline. The dumbbells really don't have to move, but if you want to work harder, have them pull towards your ankles. Ooh, and that will be a little killer crunch. Killer crunch. Very good. Okay, there's a lot of exercises you can do with these. One of the ones I like is just pushing the arms down, adding a little squat. Pushing the arms down, adding a squat. If you want to work a little harder, knee tuck, and then you let them float. Push down, knee tuck, stand tall. Push down, knee tuck, stand tall. Okay. And think about your breathing, for sure. Excellent. Okay, there's a lot of exercises with those, but I want to get through every piece of equipment. We've got the tubing with handles. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's green. I'll use green today so you can see under the water. Hold lightly with the grip. You can wrap if you want a little more tension. We're going to anchor the foot in front of the body. So that's our little anchor, and we're going to pull the band or the tubing back, squeeze the shoulder blades and out. Boop. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. So we get a nice stretch of the back of the thigh and a strengthening of the upper back. Good complex exercise. In between, we'll see how our agility is today. Hold the tubing a little bit more, and we'll see if we can jump up and over. Woo! If that's too much, just roll it out. No problem. But I like a little bit of agility, and this is a great agility exercise. Tuck in, jump over, don't get tangled, jump back over. Again, if it's hard to lift your knees up and jump, just roll it out. Let's try the other side. So anchor the foot and add a pull and add a pull and squeeze the shoulders together. Great. Sit down and back in the water if you can. So anytime I'm doing upper body strength, ideally I'm under the water. So not only I maximize the resistance, but I maximize the protection on my shoulders and my neck. Great. The last piece of equipment in your kit is a buoyancy belt, and this is to take your feet off the bottom of the pool, and ideally you put it on outside the pool, but since I have it sized properly, I'll put it on in the pool. Pull the strap tight and put this on the thinnest part of your waist so it's good and snug, doesn't ride up. I like using my mitts with the belt so I can support my posture and balance. Again, here we go. And actually I need a little sip of water. Getting a little dehydrated today. So let's bicycle the legs, skull the arms, and do what's called a recumbent bicycle. You can cycle like on the noodle, but again, it's a little different because you don't have to keep changing the noodle position or your arms are free. Let's try cycling around on one hip. You'll really feel the abdominals with that. Changing over, cycling on the other hip. Great. And you can just do easy ankle touches, opposite hand towards the knee or to the ankle, or try both, knee to the knee and to the ankle. And you'll feel a nice low back stretch. To the knee, to the ankle. To the knee, to the ankle. Great. Excellent. And roll out the shoulders. Good job. Okay, we can go back to that ski movement. Arms are free, legs are swinging front and back, getting a nice hip stretch. Good job. So a lot of the exercises can cross over to different equipment, but the more different ways you do the exercise or perform the exercise, the more benefits you're going to get. I'm going to do some nice stretching now, a little bit of figure 4 glute stretch. Easy does it. Crossing one leg over the other leg, making a 4 with your legs. Nice and easy. See if I can sit in an L. See if I can touch my toes today. Sitting. That's easier said than done. See if I can sit in what's called a straddle, stretching out the inner thighs and flexing the feet for the calves and the hamstrings. Great. Remember, the most important exercise is regular exercise. You can always touch the bottom when you have the belt on. If you do have somebody that's less skilled or less able, the belt is not a legal life-saving device, but it's great because they really can't go under unless they were to dive in the pool and knock themselves out. So again, it will keep them, their head above the water, and again, feel a little bit more comfortable and confident should they be a non-swimmer. But you should always, buddy up with exercise or working in the pool, again, or at least have somebody around in case you need get into some challenging times. Okay. All right, so one last stretch. Let's stretch out your face with a smile. Give yourself a pat on the back. And thank you for watching me, and enjoy the Water Art Gym Kit. And again, it comes with a nice duffel bag that you can pack everything away. Let me show you that.